So today is the Virgo full moon, and I've been really thinking about the way to describe this moon and what everybody's been feeling. And the one thing I think describes it is it's okay for things to have not turned out the way you thought they were going to. A lot of us had dreams when we were little girls and little boys that our life was going to look a certain way and be a certain way. And recently we have all had some shakeups reminding us that, sometimes we're not in charge of our own plan. I know a lot of people in the last month and a half or so, and especially this last week, have felt like they were just drowning, that they had blocks either in relationships or in financial or something with self-worth or self-esteem. I know a lot of people have been getting triggered by their past and traumas and things of that nature. I know a lot of people that felt like they just couldn't get out of bed, that things just weren't going to work out, like they had no way of knowing, what direction they were going in, and they felt scared and alone and overwhelmed. I know a lot of people have been feeling like they can't sleep. They have insomnia. They're waking up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like things just don't feel right. We are shifting as a collective. And what that means is we have to get our stuff together. We have to figure out how to be happy. We have to let go of our past that has truly poisoning us and not allowing us to get to our future. We have to let go of limited beliefs, belief systems that we have adapted from when we were children and now have guilt that we don't want to believe the same thing now. We have to let go of the idea that something is right for us when we feel deep within our core that it is wrong. We need to take time to figure out what we want as individuals. We have to stop listening to everybody else. And take time to go within and ask ourselves, are we truly happy? Do we feel fulfilled? Are we in the right place? Are we with the right people? And a lot of us are going to say no to at least one of these questions. So what happens at this moon is that it's pushing us to take a deep, deep, deep look at our lives and why we're doing what we're doing. Whether it's because we were taught this way, we're humanly conditioned to believe this way, it's easier and more comfortable to stay unhappy. Whatever the reason is, we now need to think about what we want, because over time, things are going to get harder and harder and harder to say yes to that don't feel right. People are going to be harder to be around that don't align with us anymore. Situations are going to be uncomfortable to the point where we actually start to hibernate and don't want to be around them and think there's something wrong with us, when here we're just evolving out of what used to be comfortable. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of endings, but it's actually you breaking through to becoming your truest version of yourself and listening to yourself for the first time instead of listening to everybody else. So what I want you to do today is release old limiting beliefs. Release what everybody else wants for you. Release the ideas and the expectations that you put on yourself that don't feel right anymore. Release convincing yourself you're happy. And really think about where you want to be. Think about what you want to do. Think about what you're aligned with. And I want you to start walking into that world. I want you to raise yourself up to your worth. I want you to stop blaming your mom and dad. At the end of the day, your past and their issues were probably their normal. And what is happening is that we are holding on to the woe is me's of what people that didn't know better taught us. We are all at a level in our life right now where we know better. So the first step to releasing is release being the victim. Release blaming other people. You have an opportunity right now when you woke up today to start your day different. Nobody else is accountable for your happiness but you. And this Virgo full moon is reminding you that you have the power to have the life you want and step into the alignment you want if you choose to. But if you do not choose to, which is fine, please stop blaming others. At the end of the day, your future is in your own hands. You can only control what you do. Let go of trying to fix other people and focus on fixing you. I hope this helped.